It's about to kick off here in the Gfinity Arena. Semi-final time is upon us. We've got some massive games, some very, very skillful FIFA competitors. Can't call it. I actually cannot call it. I don't know what you guys think, but my prediction, I'm happy with. I'm still happy with my prediction. My prediction's still in the tournament. Is your prediction still in the tournament?
Yeah, 50% of it is.
50% of it, okay.
I've got the feeling we've all picked the same person, to be honest with you.
We'll find out at the end. We'll find out. But before we get cracking with these semi-finals, we spent a bit of time with Vitality Brian, former champion, to find out more about the Frenchman. And let's take a look at it.
My name is Brian. I'm 22, and I play for Team Vitality. My first tournament was in France, in the Parc des Princes in Paris. We were 16 players and I qualify, I don't know how, it's just a friend who tell me to register for a tournament. I play, I qualify, and I won the tournament in Paris. It was really nice. Gfinity make me progress because on my first FIFA 14, on competitive, I play on the G3 and I make a final against Vinch, and that was really amazing. It's after the G3, Vitality contact me and I go with them. Vitality is a very nice organization. Neo, my manager, is very great. So yeah, it's a pleasure to be in Vitality. I think I'm very patient. I'm also, I think, smart because I don't give the ball to my opponent all the time. I prefer keep the ball and be patient, very patient. I think FIFA is not like other games like Call of Duty or League of Legends. You need to train a lot, but I think on FIFA you don't need. You just have to play some games in a day, but not all the day. I think. One goal. I think a bicycle. It's a bicyclette. Bicycle, yeah. Because I never do that in tournaments, so it can be nice to do that.
Lovely guy. Big fan of Brian. I like him, like the cut of his jib. But is he going to be in the final? One man stands in his way. One man who is the man when it comes to Ultimate Team. Basically, on current form and on previous tournaments from the old game, you have to say Huge Gorilla is the best Ultimate Team player in the world.
Yeah.
He's earned that title.
Yeah, it's proven.
There's no other tournament to prove it. This is where you prove it. He won 2 of the 3 he took part in last year, including the grand final. So right now, until proven otherwise, he's the best Ultimate Team player in the world. That's him on the screen right now. You can see him there. He's taken on Brian, who is another person that won one of those tournaments. Arguably equal to him. In the games they play, it's always very, very tight. Only one of them can make the final. Forgetting your predictions about who you thought was going to win earlier on, this game, with the information you have at your hand from what you've seen today, who is going to win this game?
I'm still going to stick with Gorilla.
You're going to go Gorilla?
Yeah. The other semi-final, maybe not so much.
Okay.
I didn't think August would do so well, but he's proven. He's scored a lot of goals and he's done it with flair. Yeah, and he's confident as well.
Yeah, definitely. Chris, are you the same?
Yeah, I can't really disagree with that. He's just shown exceptional skill and grace under pressure when it comes to Ultimate Team. He knows exactly what he wants to do, has a well-rounded game. Any situation you put him in, he just seems to be able to thrive in it and score any opportunity that you give him.
Yeah, I mean, one thing's for sure, I said it earlier, this match between Brian and Huge Gorilla is going to be a good one.
Yeah.
It is always a good one. I mean, obviously, it could be a curse for the commentator here, and we could see a dull 0-0. But I don't foresee it happening. The way these guys play is too open. Huge Gorilla specifically, he goes for the jugular, but he leaves gaps as well. Brian is one of the best people to capitalise on those gaps here in the room today. So, I mean, I'm excited. I've been excited for all the FIFA today, but this one particularly, I think it's the big kind of Mayweather versus Pacquiao, isn't it? It's the big box office smash match, and
being a letdown.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not. One of them's going to go through, representing either France or the UK, depending on who gets it. And then we've got either a Danish player or a Swedish player waiting for them in the final. So, I mean, that's a whole other thing to talk about in itself, the other semi. But we are going to be getting underway with this game very shortly. Thank you to those of you who've been watching from the beginning today. It's been a long old haul. We've all been here with you along the way, and it's been great. We've seen some fabulous FIFA. Who scored the best goal that you can remember so far?
The bicycle kick, wasn't it? I still.
Tinte, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great one. Don't see a lot of bicycle kicks.
No.
I think I've only scored one and conceded one in all the games I played this year. Not calendar year, this game. So it's quite rare.
Yeah.
You pulled it out on the big stage.
There was a few long shots as well, but
Yeah.
they're quite easy.
All right, guys, I'm going to hand you over to my very capable commentator buddies here, Bateson and Chris, for our first semi-final between Vitality Brian and Huge Gorilla. It's going to be a corker.
Thank you very much, Spencer. Now, this is a massive clash. The last time we saw these guys clash against each other was in the Season 4 of the PLALC Legends Championship last year. And what an affair that was. Spencer taking that one in convincing fashion. Obviously, Brian not playing with the most amazing team, but he has obviously gone away and invested heavily into a new one. It's a new game. Let's see what Brian has to offer for us in this new game. Any predictions on this one? Anything that you think might surprise us?
Well, I was actually when we had a little bit of a break, I was speaking to Gorilla, and he said he's basically happy with his position already, which isn't good. But then again, he says that all the time. So whether he's saying that to lie to himself.
Quite a modest player, to be fair.
Yeah. But it'd be interesting to see these both match up. Spencer didn't look too strong in the last game either. Even though he won 5-1, he was spent a lot of the time defending.
Yeah, that's the thing. He doesn't look too convincing at times when he does have possession of the ball. He seems to give it away very easily. But at the same time, he does manage to get himself a lot of goals. And Brian gets the first blood very early on with some neat dribbling into the box and finds the pass to that man in the middle. I believe it was Benzema who slotted that one home thanks to some skills from Ronaldo, and it was in fact Brian tucks it away neatly. So it's up to Spencer to do some changes. He's actually going to change to the 4-3-1-2. It looks like he's going to put some instructions on his players, get himself set up and ready, and it just seems to be that theme that someone always seems to score in the first 10 minutes of a half.
I don't mind that. It's when the rest of the game there's nothing to go by, you know. But it's interesting to see that Gorilla has changed the tactics and obviously personnel around within the team itself within the first 7 minutes of the game. If he can get back on it, that'll be the perfect reply. But
there it is, lovely pass to Ronaldo, and he puts not Ronaldo, Griezmann, and puts it in the back of the net. Really expertly done set piece there, and you can capitalise on those. Get yourself a whole new arsenal of ways to score, and he's just done that. Another goal in that illustrious 10 minutes. We've got a game on our hands.
Yeah, perfect reply. And Spencer's not going to change it. He's going to continue with the way it's going. He just needs to be careful with Brian's attacks. It is very, very clinical, whereas we've not really seen that against Spencer yet.
Well, the first time I saw these guys meet each other was last year in the Gfinity Championships, in which Spencer wasn't too comfortable going up against Brian. He felt that Brian was kind of a counter towards his play style. And when they met in the PLALC Legends Championships last year, it seemed that Spencer just had such a higher value in terms of his game ability that it didn't matter that it was a counter to his kind of play style. I mean, Brian takes his time with it. He's a little bit more structured in how he likes to attack. He doesn't give the ball away too easily. Something that Spencer does do quite a bit. He seems to give the ball away plenty in a game, and Brian can easily capitalise on that. But we'll see how that works out in this two-leg affair. So far, it's been even enough. Both guys working two very classy goals from both of them.
Yeah, nicely worked free kick from Spencer, and a nicely worked cut inside, and obviously taking advantage of the ball bouncing around as well, and a tiny finish into the bottom corner. Two nice goals. It's set up the semi-final one very nicely.
Here we go. Spencer looking to pass that ball around. Unfortunately, optimistic pass not going to make it. Here comes Brian with a bit more of a faster-paced threat. He pushes that ball out. Lots of overlapping options. Here it is. Benzema on the right wing this time. Trying to get past the fullback. Not going to happen for him. Does have a throw on though. 20 minutes gone in this first leg. Plays it back once more. Benzema receives the ball. Is he going to go for the cross? Plays it quickly, neatly inside. And there's George Best on the opposite side of Pogba to tap it home. 2-1 now. You got to think that was kind of an obvious play there.
Yeah, there was so much space for the first pass being made, and then obviously directly across to the open man at the back post, and you're not going to miss from them chances. Spencer's going to have to do some rethinking, because twice he's gone down the wing and twice he's got a goal.
I think he might have been, to be fair to him, I was anticipating leaving a cross at that point. I didn't think he had much to go for then. And I think if I was playing any other person, he would have probably expected a cross. And that's the only thing I could kind of whittle down to the reason he didn't quite read that one, thinking that he might have gone for the cross, which is not the case. And that's been the theme today. Not a lot of guys have been opting to go for the cross, especially in a situation like that.
No, he's holding the possession well against Spencer as well. I'd be interested to see the stat already, 27 minutes in, and I don't recall Spencer, apart from obviously the free kick chance, holding possession against him.
Alaba getting very much in an advanced position. Spencer takes the ball off him with Neymar, and he's pushing forward. George Best takes hold of that one. Unfortunately, he does lose it once again. Benzema's on the ball, tries to shuffle around the defence. Not happening. Bit back and forth all of a sudden in the middle of the pitch. Khedira's taking control of this ball. He cuts back inside. Finds Pogba with the ball. Spencer comes back with an attack of his own. George Best just holding that play up. Does find a chipped through ball to Griezmann on the left flank. Being pressured by Lalas there. Lalas winning the ball over for Brian. Just going to play it through the defence. Big ball going there, but you're not going to get it past the big head of Hullet. As Hullet on the other team actually picks that one up. Paul Pogba plays it into Wayne Rooney. Hullet finds Ramirez, who finds Neymar. Neymar looking for the cutback, finds Hullet, but it's too much power. It does fall to Griezmann. The back post, he turns inside. Top corner at the near post. Greatly finished Griezmann for 2 goals in this affair. This is going to be an exciting game, Bateson.
Yeah, 2 chances Spencer had now, put him away both times.
What happened there?
He must have had his finger on one of the buttons and obviously slapped it through his legs.
He's dummied himself.
Yeah, bad position for him to do it on, and unfortunately Brian's back at square one now.
So 2 apiece in this first half, in this first leg. Let's see how these 2 guys go to war against each other. See if one of them can start to stream ahead. Just seems like anything Brian does, Spencer can answer back with.
Apart from kicking the ball out of play like that, but yeah. No, it was a first bit of play and possession that Spence was holding as well. And it's a decent bit of attack, and this one looks like it's going to be dangerous as well.
Griezmann on the hat-trick, it's hit the post, he can get the rebound here. Ramirez has the ball, it's going to be pinged back out, and Brian lives to fight another day. Could have seen Spencer taking the lead for the first time in the game, and he's not done there. He's going back on the hunt. George Best, lovely bit of trickery from him, trying to upset Brian. He does go down. No free kick is going to be given, and here comes Ronaldo trying to charge forward. Brian plays it back to Lalas. Lalas chipping it through to Ronaldo, but going to be intercepted. Hullet has possession in the middle of the park. Cuts it back. George Best on the ball. Tries to go back the way he came from, but no, Hullet is there to stop him.
Brian just needs to calm down, hold the ball a little bit longer, and he was doing all right. He was bossing Spencer at the start of the game, and now he's giving up possession. He's playing a little bit more risky. Spencer having a lot more fun, as you can tell, with the flare passes, and obviously the tidy little dribbling from Hullet.
Too much power on that one. George Best not able to get to it, but he does close Neuer down. It's going to upset Brian, maybe have him think twice about doing something like that in the future.
Type of mistake I would make, that one. not one you'd expect here.
If that was me, I would have probably kicked it in my own neck, but that's just me. So we're going to have half-time in this first leg so far. Pretty even game overall. As you can see by the stats, not a lot in it. A lot more possession for Brian, but that's what we expect. Brian is quite a possessive player, and Gorilla Spencer is not too much bothered about how much possession he has. He just makes sure he works with what he's given at the end of the day. So
yeah, now Ronaldo makes an entrance as well.
Comes Ronaldo. Taking Griezmann off, the man who's gotten 2 goals.
But we all know how dangerous Ronaldo is compared to Griezmann, so definitely take him. And we need that finishing touch as well.
It's quite bad manners, though, to take someone off short of their hat-trick.
It's a computer game, and I don't think anyone's going to take it personally.
This is life. This is basically virtual life. George Best with the corner. Can't find Hullet. It's rebounded out. Ronaldo on the chase to get the scraps. Side decision is given there on George Best from that corner. Brian's going to get a free kick. So what's the game plan for these 2 guys? Are they going to try and just see it out for this half and see what happens going into the second leg?
No, one will try and nick a goal to take the advantage into the second leg, and then someone's going to be chasing. But regardless of who gets into the area first and gets that shot away, I think that'll be the next goal, because both of these have been clinical so far.
Ryan on the attack. Nice little passing play. Oh, if he could just get the ball off, he might have been able to send someone through. Spencer takes it back. George Best with a big ball. Does not reach Ronaldo in the end. Ryan back on the attack. Intercepted by Spencer. Comes Hullet. Plays it over to Ramirez. Ramirez looks down line. He does find Ronaldo in the end. He does shrug off that player in the back. Ronaldo tries some trickery with those quick feet. Ramirez can't find the ball. The opposing forward. Here comes Brian trying to move out. It's intercepted again by Spencer. George Best picks that one up. Kyle Walker trying to find Hullet. It does spill to Neymar. Neymar's got some time. Tries to find Hullet. Hullet charging it down. Can't quite make it. Again, Brian gets out of that one. Spencer picks it up one more time. Plays to Neymar. Rooney finds Ronaldo. Ronaldo with a back heel to Neymar. Neymar goes for the shot. Not going to happen. Hullet tries to pick up the scraps, but it goes out for a corner in the end. See this one. Is he going to go short, or is he going to play it in? He does play it in. Here's Hullet with the header. Saved. Hullet clears it to Hullet. I'm getting a bit of deja vu here. And it is going to be picked up. Spencer on the attack one more time.
So Spencer's actually pressuring very well. Something we've not seen from Spencer today, actually, is constant pressure on someone's goal.
Absolutely. Definitely stepped up his game. He's not too careless about how he's playing the ball anymore, being a bit more wise about how he plays the ball. It's fallen to Neymar. Neymar can't get the better side of him. And it's cleared out by Neuer. Just under half an hour left in this first leg. Vitality Brian looks to try and build something together for himself. Just get a couple passes and get the feel and the flow going back in his camp. Brian's going to lose that one. Does get the throw on. This is his chance. Everyone's reset themselves into a good position. Looks to go down line. Just toying with Spencer now, trying to suck him in. If he can suck him into these pockets of space and throw him out of position, he can really start to capitalise on it. We know Brian can put those quick passes together and score in a flash. So let's see if he can do that here. Abate finds Pogba. George Best trying to play a quick ball inside. Not going to work. Here comes Spencer on the counter-attack. Still has possession, but lost it there. Brian once again now pushes forward. Spencer answers back. Hullet on the ball. Hullet versus Hullet. Two battering rams. It's like the unstoppable force meets an immovable object. Who's going to win?
It's been a nice battle watching the two legends go at it so far.
There's a lot of hair there.
Yeah, more hair than here anyway.
That dig it yourself.
And you as well.
Whoa! I've got hair. It's growing back slowly.
Does mine then?
That's an even bigger thing. I'm not sure which one to be offended by. Neymar plays it out to Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker looking for an overlap. He is caught in possession though. And here comes Brian. Trying to hold it out. Not going to happen though. Ronaldo finds Hullet. Hullet tries to find Ronaldo through. Does he slip through? No. Neuer just about gets the loose one and pings it out. Wayne Rooney plays it back. Alaba. Off blue players around, just playing it tactically. Nice bit of space there.
Not really much room in Spencer's defence. He's Brian's trying to get the ball through, but just failing every time and making it.
Down really well. Here comes Alba, plays it in the cross. No, Neymar's never going to win that in the air. Jordi Alba tries to go for one more attempt. Plays it along the floor, but it's intercepted. Lalas loses the ball to Alba. Alba for the third time. Neymar almost sneaking it in at the near post. Good gosh.
That's what you get for trying to pass out as well.
Can't be caught in possession at 2-2 in a game like this. It's too much on the line. Obviously, the winner of this will go through to the final and guarantee themselves, I believe it's $2,000 at least.
Yeah, some nice money.
Loser of this will be going down to the third and fourth playoff, where they'll be playing for $1,000. Still money on the line. These guys have almost guaranteed themselves some money. Out of the 4 left, there will be at least one person who unfortunately doesn't walk away with some money. But I hope to see all that money go towards packs.
That must be the most painful way to spend that money as well.
I would. Just be like, yeah, put it towards some packs. See if I can get my old friend Gary Lineker. Miss him.
He's good this year, actually.
Do you play with him?
Yeah, I've used him for a few games.
Had him in FIFA 14. I loved him. He was such a good. Just scored the most ridiculous goals. Jordi Alba at the front. Only about just over 5 minutes left this first leg, and we have reached a stalemate. Cristiano Ronaldo whiffs that shot up into Rose Ed like Bobby Zamora.
I'd say that's a fake scoot turn, that one.
So much fake in it that he actually completely did himself. This ball goes out for a throw-in. Just going to reach the end of this first leg, and we'll see what the second leg will have to have in store. But there's still time for someone to nick a goal, and if they nick the goal, they're going to have a lot of momentum going into this next game. They'll be in the driving seat, and it's all going to be up for grabs. And the funny thing about it is, I don't think either of these two guys are the type of players who would easily go on tilt. I mean, Spencer almost like plays like he's on tilt the whole time.
Could be a late chance here.
Brian just toying with him on the edge of the box. Does find George Best. George Best looking to go inside. Ball rolls in. Here's the shot, and it's in! Brian celebrates like he's just won the championship, but this is only the semi-final. But that's a massive goal. You can't give him that kind of room and presence in your box. Spencer's obviously thinking hard and long about what just happened there. He's given it up very late into the game. Let's see if he's got one more reply in his locker before we hit the second leg.
I think it's a little bit too late now. Spencer just needs to reset himself and go into the second game trying to chase that goal. He was doing all right as well, and then just that bad bit of defending, allowing Brian to run at him, it's going to cause you loads of trouble.
You know what the difference is? Took Griezmann off.
If you think that?
Shouldn't have taken him off. Score your 2 goals. You never take someone off on a hot streak unless you really need to take them off. But there we go. First leg is done and dusted. 3-2 to Brian in that one. And it looks like Spencer, our former 2015 champion, will be staring down the barrel of defeat and going out at the semi-final stage. But he will drop into that third and fourth playoff if that is what is on the cards for him. Brian, obviously no stranger to championships. Won a number of titles last year, including the Season 2 of the Play Like a Legends Championship. So, obviously, do you kind of not really regard that goal too much? Don't take it too much into account. It's one goal that he's got at the end of the game. You've got a whole nother game of FIFA to play. Is it that you're kind of just focusing like it's 0-0? You just go out there. If you're Spencer, you go out there and you play your usual game.
It's always going to be in the back of his mind conceding that goal in the 90th minute. He's got the mentality to bring it back, though. He's drinking some nice Lucozade there, trying to bolster his
himself hyped.
Well, you need to, don't you? Yeah, it's the one time. He's got 90 minutes left now. Grab that goal, potentially take it to silver goal or golden goal.
If there's anyone he doesn't want to come up against in this situation, it is Brian, because he can just hold the game out so well. We'll have to see if Spencer can break him down. He is a tough cookie to be able to take out Brian. So we'll see if Spencer's got it in the locker to be able to perform what the task that he needs to perform here. So we see the team coming up. And there you go. That's Brian's team. Incredible little team, that one.
Yeah, it's nice use of the 3 legends there. Khedira as well. Not someone you've seen used a lot today.
He's kind of gone with something that I would, that I said was worthwhile doing. It's spreading your legends out rather than stacking them in one area, because you can have someone like George Best who can do magical things when it comes to scoring. His pace and his dribbling are absolutely emphatic. You've got Hullet, who's just that battering ram in the midfield, and you've got Lalas, who you don't rate too highly, and he did make a mistake in that first game, but is quite a solid defender at the back.
Yeah, he's been absolutely solid for all people who've used Lalas. I think there's been 1 or 2 people using him. Sol Campbell as well, but I think he got kicked out of the tournament.
Well, Lalas, he's not too expensive, is he?
No, he's one of the cheaper ones.
One of the cheaper ones, but he's got ridiculous stats as well.
Yeah, mainly because he's from the US there. That's one of the reasons his price is kept down.
We are in this second leg, obviously 3-2 to Brian. First leg. This is this first semi-final. We'll be going straight into the second semi-final after this game. See, that'll be a big game. I believe it's going to be Afro versus Aga Rosemeyer in that one. Lovely ball in from Brian. He goes right to the back post. He finds an open net, and George Best puts it away. George Best knows best.
Very nice goal, that one, actually. Could have took it the first time, but decided to square it across to boost up George Best's goal to game ratio, I suppose, and makes it 2 goals in the lead.
No, Spencer's got an even bigger task to go up against here, but he is on the attack. George Best for him now. Just can't get that, and the ball has spilled. Neuer punches it out for a corner. There's time for Spencer to make something happen. He's going to play it short to Neymar. And Neymar's looking for a pass. He finds Griezmann on the edge of the box. Man of the hour. Last game, he almost made it again. And I think if he scored that, there's no way you could ever take Griezmann off ever again.
I think Ronaldo might have put that way, you know.
The battle of the Griezmann and Ronaldo lives on. I'm in the team Griezmann. Here it comes. Spencer moving forward. This is where he's dangerous. He's always so dangerous when he's behind, I find, Spencer, because he really starts to put the pressure onto his opponent, and he doesn't let up. It's when he concentrates the most, I feel. Well, you've played quite a few times against Spencer, so what do you think he's going through now? I mean, he's probably been behind before. You've probably been in situations where you've been ahead of him in games, and how does he change his gameplay?
He starts messing around with the tactics and the formation to counteract the opponent, and can completely shut you out, which is a frustrating person to play against. This one time though, I beat him 3-1. Just thought I'd point that out again.
Was that 6-7 times?
Potentially 8 or 9, you know. But he is a very solid player at the game. He likes to change it to suit. We even saw that in the first game where he changed the formations repeatedly until he got that equalising goal, and to take it obviously into golden goal.
That's what I like to see. I found last year in FIFA 15, a lot of the guys, they only really had that one game plan or that one strategy. They didn't necessarily have a game plan B to that game. It was just, this is my strongest formation, this is my strengths in the game, this is what I'm going to play to, and hope it works out. And they kept going at it, and then a lot of the time you found they couldn't do it. But Spencer was one of those players who actually finds his way through, and George Best puts it away, and that's why you have a legend up front, is to be able to put away those opportunities that are really tough to stick in the back of the net.
2 passes and straight on through. No build-up play needed either, just when he gets in the area, he's more likely going to finish it.
That's what I say, is, as I was saying before he did score, he's one of those players that has multiple games. He has multiple strategies to his game, so he can adapt very quickly, and that's why he's such a successful Ultimate Team player, and why some of the other pros have been failing to kind of meet up and match to his abilities. Let's see if he's got another goal in his locker. He's got that one nice and early, so he's got plenty of time to get back. Here comes the aggression from it. He hits the post. No! Spencer, how has he let that one slip? Surely that was going in. How is the post going to be that cruel? It must be square or something.
I didn't expect him to take the shot from there, actually, and unlucky it never went in. Maybe a little less power, but what else are you going to do?
Brian's back on the attack now. George Best trying to do his best here to move forward, but he's taken down. Spencer looks to try and counter-attack.
Your puns are getting worse as the day goes on, by the way.
It's been a long day. I'm tired, okay? Give me a break. Neuer, he's going to throw that one long. Best tries to play it through to Neymar, but it's not going to happen. Neuer's going to push that one out, and it is going to be Spencer's throw-in, so possession goes back to him. Bullet with a driven pass through, and can he find Griezmann? No, Griezmann just not looping his run quickly enough. Would have been offside, and I think Spencer saw that one. Here comes Brian on the attack, playing a bit faster football now. He's got the numbers in his advantage. Wise idea to turn back. Does find the pass there. Another pass falls to Hullet. Can't quite get a hold of it though. And here Spencer comes on the attack. Oh, that's got to be a lovely ball to George Best from Hullet. The two legends linking up. Unfortunately, can't control it well enough. But here he comes, pushing, putting the pressure on Abate. Doesn't win that ball though. And Brian is back in possession. 40 minutes left. Well, 40 minutes almost gone in this first half of the second leg. Obviously, this is all to play for. There's no time to make mistakes now. This isn't the group stage. If you lose at this point, you are out of the tournament. Fortunately, these two will get, whoever loses does get that chance at the third and fourth playoff for $1,000 to play for. The winner of this will guarantee at least $2,000. And whoever wins the whole thing will be taken away $4,000.
even heading into the third place playoff, there's still some heavy competition left on the other bracket as well.
Brian just trying to kill the game out. Obviously, he's approaching half-time. Doesn't want to give anything away too easily. Spencer trying desperately to counter-attack on this momentum. George Best trying to find his way through. Neuer thwarts that attempt. And here comes Spencer to put some pressure on. He really putting everyone under the cosh. Does not want to give them an ounce of breathing space. And Spencer, with 2 minutes added time in this first half, if he can find a goal here, I've got to say he's more than likely going to go on to win it. I think he's just going to have too much momentum going in his favour. Quick passing, finds a man, and he goes down, and Griezmann gets a penalty. Drama Llama Basin.
What would you give that a penalty? Even though he did fall over, I don't know. It's a bit
well,
of a
if it was
dodgy
me
one.
playing, of course I would, because I want the goal. Neymar steps up for the penalty. He puts it left. And Vitality, Brian, you see on our screens, is going mental in the booth. He is not impressed about that one. He felt like that was such a soft penalty. And it's funny because of all the penalty claims we've seen today, that was probably the worst of the bunch.
Yeah, referee's trying to make up for the mistakes he let out earlier. And it was actually his...
We'll get a chance that we're playing at Old Trafford soon enough.
Yeah, if you look as well, guys, Spencer's dominating on the stats as well. 4 shots, 2 on target to Brian's 1-on-1. Obviously, proving how clinical they are, so they don't really need the stats boosted in their favour.
Well, I think it's also telling
Griezmann as well.
Is he taking... Why did you keep taking Griezmann off? Stop it. He's doing you well, mate. He won the penalty as well, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but why would you buy Ronaldo to play Griezmann over Ronaldo?
Just take someone else off, man. It's Griezmann. Griezmann's doing... Like, if Griezmann's doing that well, why take him off? It's mean. It's not having faith in your players. When you need Griezmann to go big for you, he'll go big. And then when you, like, treat him like that, you just discard him like, you know, some sort of used underwear, then it's just rude. And he's not going to perform for you when you need it.
Brian's definitely going to have to start getting on the attack again like he is now. And...
George Best trying to find someone in the middle. Doesn't connect, though.
No.
Spencer playing this quick and easy. I thought it was quite a funny thing. The possession was stuck at 50-50 each, and we always know that Spencer barely ever has a possession over his opponent. So to see the possession that even clearly states at how well Spencer's doing all of a sudden in his second leg.
Yeah, it sometimes proves with Spencer that when he's put on the back foot, i.e. losing, he can come out and perform and actually take control of the game. He's doing all right now.
Ronaldo! He's taken the lead, 5-4. Gorilla coming back from 2 goals down, puts himself back in contention to reach the grand final. Some sloppy defending there, falls to Ronaldo, and I guess that is why you take off Griezmann to bring on Ronaldo.
I actually saw Gorilla in the booth, then he was putting the finger towards you.
Was he?
Yeah, no, it wasn't me, I was joking.
I tell you what, Spencer Ealing, you better not be shushing me, my friend. I've always believed in you. How are you going to treat me like that?
Brian's getting quite emotional now as well. It's obviously affecting him. Obviously, the penalty call was a dubious one. Got a goal back from that to tie it up, and now Spencer's in the lead. He's on a riot.
He wears his heart on his sleeve, Brian, and he's very honest about his performance, and Spencer's really trying to get as many goals in his favour as he possibly can. He's still on the attack now. Rooney finds the square ball, doesn't land, and Brian's desperately trying to clear it there. Really under pressure at this point in time, and what has Brian got to do to stop this? He's just leaking goals at the moment. He can't seem to get hold of the game. He can't seem to contain Spencer.
He needs to start controlling the ball well in midfield. We saw it in the first game. He was holding it well. He's playing his play. But now he's on the back foot. He's been forced to rush, being forced into mistakes. And obviously, when you're up against Spencer, you don't want to be making mistakes, especially in your own half.
Brian playing some quick football. Under half an hour left in the second leg. Spencer, control of the ball, finds Neymar in the middle. Aggressive pass as well. He's controlled it beautifully. Brian makes the tackle crucially before it got too thick and fast for him. Quick passes come out, and here's Brian on the attack. George Best running down the right wing, running like he's running for a bus. Tries to find someone in the middle, but no one's there to support, and the ball's taken away by Spencer. Still got control, and Spencer's hoofing it up the field, desperately trying to get rid of it. Di Maria pushes forward. Plays a square ball into Ronaldo. Ronaldo not in the position to make it, and Neuer comes to claim that one.
It's going well for him now. All he needs to do is shut up shop, but I don't think Spencer's the person to shut up shop by playing possession. It's the person to score more goals, isn't it? So he's still going to be going hard. Obviously, his defence is keeping shape. Brian's attack seems to have died out as well.
Yeah, Brian really just struggling to get something happen. This is what I'm saying. I'm not used to... Well, I would say Brian's still fairly calm in how he's playing this game. He's just... He's kind of rushing things. He knows he's got time against him. He's less than 20 minutes in this game to get a goal back, to keep himself in it after being up. And it can be a real disheartening thing to be so ahead and then suddenly find yourself down. Spencer tries to skip past the last defender but didn't make it. Brian goes on the attack now. Hullet has picked up the loose ends. Finds Matic in the middle. He's got George Best open on the left wing, on the right wing, sorry.
It's closed down well then by Spencer. He baited him into going in the middle.
Now it's Neymar chasing this one down for Spencer. He's got support in the box. Can he find the pass? No, he doesn't. Tries to follow up on the rebound. Brian gets away with it and pushes forward. Less than 15 minutes left. Here comes Ronaldo on the left wing. Brian's attacking down. He wants to make everything count here. Unfortunately, can't get the quick turn inside the box, and Spencer clears it. Brian's pushing forward now. Once again, skips past one defender. Benzema tries to cut inside. Spencer gets a hold of the ball and pushes back. A real back and forth affair now. Here comes Hullet. Great pass into the centre. Skips past the defender. Finds Ronaldo on the wing. Ronaldo's got no one in the box. He's going to have to go it alone if he wants to. Ball rolls inside, pushing through the penalty box. Skips inside. He goes for goal. 6-4 on aggregate. Spencer has sealed this game off shortly with 9 minutes left in the second leg. What a fantastic goal. Ronaldo had to do it alone. He goes and do it. And, well, that's why you take off Griezmann, apparently. He's showing me they're both just as good as each other. Spencer's come in saying, that is my boy. That is the guy who he's clearly betted on to win the entire thing with that cheeky smile on his face. Not long left now, Bateson.
One of the nicest looking goals of today, that one, apart from obviously the bicycle kick. That was up there as one of the best and one of the most important as well, because it sealed out the game. And Brian, unfortunately, is going to be in the third place playoff now.
It was a nice bicycle kick. It did ping off a couple of players in the end before he finished it, but I think that's probably my favourite goal of the tournament so far. Not just how good and fluid it looked, but the importance of that goal to seal out the game in the semi-final. Exquisite from Spencer.
Yeah, for someone who we thought were looking to lose, he's come back strong and obviously put 4 goals past Brian, who's
Brian's
actually
gone
kept
on
it
full
quiet.
tilt now. Neymar pushing forward. Let's see if he can get another goal. It does go out for a corner. And I think he might just hold this in the corner, but knowing Spencer, I don't think he's that kind of player. Tries to skip past the defender, and here comes Brian, really trying to put his heels down on the ground and move forward as fast as he can. He just can't seem to get anything going for himself. He's quickly passing that ball, but Spencer's there to answer back, reading him like a Dr. Seuss playbook.
Where were you getting these from?
I don't know. They just come to me. Neymar's on the ball now. Scoop turn inside, tries to find Hullet. Hullet's got the ball. Is he sombrero flicking? He goes for the bicycle! Oh my goodness! If he'd finished that one, that would have definitely been goal of the tournament. Well done to Spencer Ealing. He's our first finalist in the Play Like a Legends Championships for 2016's Season 1. Look at him. He knows that was a tough game.
Kid
But
looks
he
like he
seems
needs
relieved.
a cheeky Nando's, he does.
He does. Everyone could do with a cheeky Nando's right now after that drama that just went on there. So, there you go. Spencer's moving forward. Brian, unfortunately, will be going to the third and fourth playoff. And then the second game, we'll be seeing Afro going up against Aga Rosenmeyer.
Another interesting one, August, dominating his opponents. Not even flattering either, because he's proven that he can score from different angles. And it'd be interesting to see how he gets on in the semi-final.
Well, I mean, Spencer, your thoughts on that? Well, let's be honest, it's quite clear that you went with Gorilla.
I can't say. All I can say is,
Tease.
if you ask the guys over there, I said even when he was down, he was going to win it, and he did.
Then he was down before, wasn't he, on the first game?
Yeah,
and still came back.
No, yeah, but I mean, Brian is different levels.
Yeah.
Brian is unlucky there. I think Brian could easily have got to the final if he'd come up against a different opponent. Brian versus Rosenmeyer, for example, would have been a really tight game to call. Instead, he's in the third, fourth place playoff. Gorilla's through, and Gorilla has to be the man that everyone's looking at now because, I mean, if they weren't already, that performance, not just the fact that he won against Brian, the nature and how he did it, he loves a comeback. We've always said this about him from day one, he loves a comeback, and the quality of some of the goals. And what I love about him is his consistency. It doesn't matter how the game's going, who's getting the goals, same substitutions, Ronaldo comes on, and it works for him.
Yeah.
I said it to Bateson, he just seems to perform under pressure. It's like he almost doesn't take it seriously when he's playing ahead. He kind of like slacks off a little bit, maybe doesn't play to his full potential. But when he's behind, he loves the pressure. He thrives on it. He's the only person I know who almost plays on tilt the entire game, but that's his game style. It doesn't let him bother him. When he is behind, he doesn't start going and doing anything different because he's already, playing at his maximum aggression. And he makes it work.
That goal he tried to score at the end there was just pure cheek.
Showboating.
If he scored that, I probably would have just saluted him. I mean, I was saluting him anyway. The guy's an absolute phenomenon. Listen,